So we put the first tray in. Now I'm working on the next tray. A couple of times in this process, when push comes to shove, I've emptied out about that much, or maybe a one barrel full, and then kept continuing. But this is the spring, and in the fall I like to completely empty it and start fresh with hosing down the tumbler, cleaning it out thoroughly. So I'm aiming to complete this emptying with that other barrel once I empty that one. The lid comes off when needed. Just slide it to the left off those pins when it's open slightly. At this point you need to use your judgment. I use my boot and push it down and see what I can tumble out. Also then the tray needs to slide further and further underneath. The edge can be slippery and the bottom of your boot hazardous. You really need to use care. I'm sorry I'm not responsible for your choices. Please be careful. So this one's just about full. As it finishes, it'll probably go down 6 more inches, and so we'll try and top it off. When I make our potting soil, I sift it, and I'm topping this off with the rejects from the sifted potting soil. This is just kind of fell out. So I'm going to empty that other barrel and put this in that barrel. Before I close it up, I'll add some worm castings and some worms, and to fatten up the worms I have a mix of grains, oats and spoiled things that I sift for a worm fattener. It's wormy oatmeal and cornmeal and grits. I've got old gallon nut milk bottles with a soldering iron, put holes in to sprinkle water, big holes and small holes. This is the second tray down of the can of worm system from Australia. I got through Happy D in Visalia 27 years ago. Same batch of worms, progress through generations, but really had some challenging times, but just amazed it's still working well. So we're looking for the bottom tray, and I'm going to get some worms out and add it to that compost barrel we just finished. That tray was really heavy and hard to get out. Now this is the one I'm looking for. I'm going to take it upstairs. Yeah, little workout. It's helpful to have a tray in which to dump these. So this is a small cement mixing tray you can get at hardware stores. The larger tray I've been using is also available at hardware stores. So this is one of the more prolific harvests I've had of castings, because it's been down there a while, and I fed them well. So I'll put all of this in the top of that. We'll just let nature take its course, and they'll work their way in. This one will take a rinse, and we'll sequester the castings for fresh potting soil. I rinsed it off here for the soil underneath the lemon tree, but you can smell the chlorine in the water. For this reason, I'm using the water filters, the carbon RV water filters, to get as much of the chlorine out. But I have some tests I've yet to run on the water to see the efficacy of these filters and how long they last. I realize I can't just leave this up here. I need the base. So I've got 2 trays outside in the basement that need to be back on the base. I mean, they're all right for a little while, but I think it'd be better if I rinse off the base. I'm going to switch water lines with one with a filtered water and clean out that lid, or clean out the tray that I just worked on, and then come back over here and rinse this base out. So we grow in totes because of the tree roots that have invaded, and we're able to control the soil a little better. The watering's a hassle, still developing a system for that, but let's rinse off this tray. So every time I empty a tray and it's dry, this is tray C, not to be confused with Tracy, our cousin, but I write the date. Because of the considerable effort into changing of the compost, I think you can appreciate the temptation there is to just leave what's in there and puts in some more wood chips and keep going. But at least twice a year it's helpful to completely empty it, clean it out, and then start afresh. This tote of wood chips was discovered in the basement, rediscovered from 2012. It's 13 years ago when we had rabbits. So we'll use that as a base for the new tumbler with some fresh, larger wood chips. So rinse that off. Now I'm going to rinse out that worm tray base. It's the interlocking of systems too. You can see the migration has already started. There's considerable work to be done. So the decision was made to put the extra worms here under the lemon tree. Don't know the worm situation in this soil. We're attempting to make it as worm-friendly and biologically active as possible. We've had wood chip mulch for over 6 months now. The feeding has been specific to the air and water holes here, and so that's something for the calendar. Check the worm situation next fall. All right, we'll cover this up and keep it moist for the next 6 months. We still have more to do.